So the problem you're asking me about is, what if I know that the sine of theta equals the square root of 3 over 7, and then I'm supposed to find all the other values of the other 5 trig functions. So we know sine theta, we're going to write our little chart, cosine theta, tangent theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, cotangent theta. Well, the one you always get, bam, right off the bat is the reciprocal, right? You're always going to know the reciprocal instantaneously. So you're going to rationalize the denominator to get 7 root 3 over 3 for the cosecant. Yay, we're done with one. So then we know that for any angle, the sine squared plus the cosine squared has to equal 1. Well, we know what the sine is. It's root 3 over 7. So if I square that and add cosine squared theta, that equals 1. Well, now the only thing I don't know here is the cosine of theta, so I can solve for that. So root 3 times root 3 is 3 over 7 times 7, 49, plus cosine squared theta equals 1. So then I should subtract 3/49 from both sides. So that's going to give me that the cosine squared of theta equals 46/49. So that means the cosine of theta equals plus or minus the square root of 46 over 7. And 46 is 2 times 23, and 23 is a prime, so that radical won't simplify anymore, but you should at least ask yourself. And then we're in the section with the acute angles, so we know this is all positive. So I'm going to have square root of 46 over 7. So if I know the cosine, then I know the secant is 7 over the square root of 46, but I should rationalize that. Multiply by 46 in a radical over 46 in a radical. Get 7 radical 46 over 46. And then we've talked about different ways you could get the tangent. You could use the identity that has tangent squared and secant squared. Or you can use the fact that the tangent of theta equals the sine of theta over the cosine of theta. So it's root 3 over 7 over root 46 over 7. But dividing by a fraction means you actually multiply by the reciprocal. The 7's will cancel. So I'll get root 3 over root 46, which I should rationalize if I want my math lab to take my answer. So I'm going to have the square root of 138 over 46. And I should at least think about whether that could be simplified inside the radical, but it's 2 times 3 times 23. So that's not going to simplify. So it's going to be square root of 138 over 46. And then the cotangent's going to be the reciprocal. So it's going to be root 46 over root 3, which when we rationalize will be root 138 over 3. So let me know if you still have questions after watching this.